Well, hello you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another skincare video. So I had recently, I guess it's been a little bit now, but I did just do a video all about my everyday skincare routine and what products I use on a daily basis, which is kind of a lot. I will link that above if you'd like to check that out. But in that video, I did mention to you guys that I do mask on a regular basis, or use like some sort of a treatment on my skin. Usually I try to do it at least 3 times a week, if not more, but some weeks just get a little hectic and I don't get enough time to do it. But I try to mask as often as I can. So usually it's usually at night that I mask. I'll usually remove my makeup, cleanse my skin, but before I start my moisturizing, set of products, everything that I use at night, I will kind of look closely at my skin in the mirror and see what it's doing. Is it, because I have combo skin, so it can kind of freak out and do all kinds of different things. Sometimes I might get dry texture on my face. Sometimes my skin might just look tired and dull, or possibly I might be getting some breakouts because I do have acne prone skin. So there's a lot of things that my skin could be doing at any given moment. So after I remove all my makeup and see my skin, that's when I kind of decide what type of treatment or mask to do. So I did show you guys on Snapchat, I filled a reusable tote with masks and treatments. I have a huge collection. So this video, not only am I going to show you guys what I have, but how I use these products. So I did kind of divide them. They're all over the floor around me. I divided them by category, so we're gonna go category at a time. So that way you know not only what I have, but how should you use this product and what type of skin it's best for. We're gonna begin with masks and treatments that I might use if I'm getting breakouts. So anytime that my skin might be breaking out. And this can happen whether it's a hormonal thing, if it's that time of month, or sometimes if I'm trying new products and my skin doesn't like those products, I might get a breakout, or it could be stress. You never know what it is. But I do have a lot of different products that I might use to treat that. So first I have some sheet masks. All of these are exactly the same. I do have a lot of them right now because I found these at TJ Maxx, like the big packs of them, so I kind of stocked up because I do love this mask. This is the Karuna mask. This is the clarifying one. So if you're not familiar with sheet masks, I'm sure you guys are, but basically it's a one-time use packet. You just apply the sheet right over your face on cleansed skin, and it's soaked in a serum. And this one just does a really good job of clarifying the skin like it's called. So what it does is it kind of removes any debris or anything that is kind of clogging up your pores, and I definitely notice a difference whenever I'm using these. The only thing is I have to be really careful to only use these when my skin is not dry, because it definitely does dry my skin out. So if I have any dryness on my face, I won't use this. Even if I'm have like an active breakout, I'll use something else that I can use as a spot treatment, and I'll show you some of those next. But this is great if you have oily, acne prone skin. This is a good one. Next up, I have a lot of masks with charcoal in it, and charcoal is a great ingredient for acne, for like breakouts. What it does is it works like a vacuum to suck all the impurities out of your clogged pores. So I do have quite a few different charcoal masks, and I'll show you each one. I like to use these most of the time as a spot treatment, just where I feel like I need it. So let's say, for example, I'm getting breakouts on my chin. I'll just use it right on my chin. You don't want to overly dry your skin, because charcoal can be very drying. Because it's like a vacuum sucking all of the impurities out, it can kind of vacuum out any moisture you have too. So if you are prone to dryness, charcoal's probably not the way to go unless you use it just as a spot treatment right where you need it. And this one, by the way, is from Moksha. This is the charcoal pore putty. That's a tongue twister, but I love the way the mask looks. It's like white and black swirled together. It definitely smells like charcoal if you've never smelled charcoal before. It's not a bad scent in my opinion. Some people really don't like it. I don't find it bad. It's not something that's really nice either. It's just like a smell that's there. It doesn't bother me, but I really like the texture of this one. It feels really nice on the skin. It's not a peel away mask. It's one that you apply and then wash away when you're done. And you can definitely feel like your skin feels clean and really nice after using it. So that's the first one. I also have the Moksha Black Luminizing Mask. So this one also, charcoal is also the active ingredient in this one. And this one is a peel away. So this one you apply it and then leave it on for quite some time. You have to leave it on for probably about 30 minutes. Do not try to remove it until it is completely dry, and then it just peels away. If you try to remove it too soon, as you're kind of peeling it away, you'll have little spots where it's wet that won't peel off, and then it does not work right. So make sure you don't be in a hurry with this. Definitely let it dry all the way. If anything, let it over dry. Wait until it's completely dry and there's no wet feeling anywhere on your face before you remove this. And this one I definitely recommend also using as a spot treatment because it has the charcoal, but also it's a peel away, so the peeling off can sometimes help in aiding to remove like blackheads. So this is a great mask if you're prone to blackheads, like on your nose, for example. You can use it just almost like a nose strip. So I do really like this one. This lasts forever because I only use it as a spot treatment, so a little bit goes a long way and it just really lasts a long time. And then the other charcoal mask that I have is this one from Origins. This is called their Clear Improvement Active Charcoal Mask. This one is another one that it does dry down, but it's not a peel away, it is a wash away. I think you're supposed to leave it on for about 20 minutes. That's usually the norm, is 15 to 20 minutes. Once it feels all the way dry, that's when you're going to rinse it away. And I feel like this one smells the same as the other ones. They all smell the same to me. They've got that kind of charcoal scent to them, but this one's a little bit more affordable than the Moksha one, and I feel like it kind of does the same thing. So I like all three of them. Obviously, I own all three of them. I don't need to own all three of them. This is the travel size of this one, but I really like them. I think they do a fantastic job. Next up, I have this black mask from Peter Thomas Roth. This is called the Irish Moor Mud. This is a purifying black mask. This one is really cool because this one actually, it's got a very similar texture to the first Moksha one that I showed you, the Pore Putty. It's got kind of a whipped thick consistency. So I really like this one. It's great, again, for purifying, unclogging pores, detoxifying. Anything with mud and clay and charcoal is kind of going to do that. It draws the impurities to the surface of the skin so that they can be removed and unclog your pores. But I really like this one a lot as well. I would recommend that. Next, I have this little set from Dr. Jart, which I have talked about a lot. This one has clay in it. There's 3 different masks. This one is the pink one. I also have the white one and the green one. They come as a set though. I really love these. The green one has kind of a cooling, soothing sensation, so it's very refreshing. The white one is very stripping, so after you use this you get that like squeaky, that really squeaky clean feeling. So if you feel like your skin is just really dirty, really clogged, and you need to like really get in there and get everything out, this one does a great job for that. And then the pink one is called the Moist Purifying. So this one's supposed to be like the most gentle and most like hydrating of the 3, but they all pretty much work the same way. They all are going to pull the impurities out of the skin. And then I have this little mask here from H2O. This is the Sea Mineral Mud Mask. Honestly, I haven't got a chance to try this one yet, but I know that this one is also for just kind of unclogging the pores. So I definitely want to try that one. And then I have a couple from Glam Glow. These are definitely some of my absolute favorites. I have gone through full sizes of both of these before and recently repurchased them during their sale. But I have the Super Mud. This one is the one everybody knows for just really I haven't opened this yet and I don't want to open it till I use it because it dries out quickly. But yeah, everybody knows this one. This is a great spot treatment to like instantly reduce the size of a breakout. It does a really good job. I love the way they all smell. The only thing I'll say about this one is that you want to be careful to get the lid on straight and tight, because I have definitely had a couple masks dry out on me way too soon just because I didn't get the lid on all the way. And then I also have the green Glam Glow one. This is the Power Mud. This one, I like to kind of refer to this one as like a juice cleanse for your skin. So what it does is it really gets in there and It really just gets in and does a really deep clean and get all the impurities out of your skin and just kind of like rebalance and refresh your skin. And then the last one for this category is this Kate Somerville. This is the Eradicate Mask. This one has sulfur in it, so what the sulfur does is help to kind of like dry out the blemish, but it also is an antifungal, has antifungal properties as well, which will also help to treat and prevent breakouts. This one, when you apply it, has like a pinkish color to it from the sulfur, and it does bubble up on your skin, so it feels really nice. It has a really cool kind of feeling to it. Again, this is something I would use more as a spot treatment. Pretty much all of these I have to use that way because I do have kind of combo skin, so some of my face might be more dry while some is more oily, acne prone, so I use all of these kind of that same way as a spot treatment. Honestly, this one is not my favorite. I really prefer like the charcoals and the clays. I feel like for my skin those work better, but I know that sulfur actually works really nicely for other people's skin, so it really kind of depends. It's kind of trial and error, see what works for your skin. This does work, I just prefer the other ones over this one. Okay, next we're going to talk about hydrating masks. I have a lot less in this category. Actually, that last category was probably the one where I had the most products in. But for hydrating, I have a few masks. I have a couple of these here, which are from Dr. Jart again. These are the Soothing Hydra Solution Sheet Masks. These are really nice if you're having a lot of dryness or if your skin just tends to be more dry. They're very hydrating. They help to kind of lock in the moisture. They're very soaked in serum. This is definitely a good option. And then the other sheet mask I have for hydrating is this one from Tony Moly. It's the I'm Real Aloe Mask Sheet. So yeah, this one again, it's just good for hydration. Pretty basic sheet mask. One of my favorite masks for hydrating is definitely this one here, the Glam Glow Thirsty Mud. This one has a very unique texture to it. It just feels kind of like a jelly almost. It's very lightweight, and when you apply this one, it does not dry at all. It stays wet on your face, so you could even apply a thin layer and sleep with this on if your skin is really extra dry, and it just will feel like you have a heavy moisturizer on, but it does a really good job of really repairing dryness. So if you're getting a lot of texture from dryness, you can use this. You can also use this as like a spot treatment if you have combo skin like me, where you might get dryness like in one spot. Like recently I've been getting it around my mouth, so I use either this one or the next one I'm going to show you as like a spot treatment when that happens. So next I have the Origins Drink Up Intensive. I have a couple sizes of this. This is the travel size. This came in a little kit, but this is great. I really like this mask. Again, I like to use this for when I have texture on my face. It's too much hydration for me normally, and I could not apply this all over my face, but whenever my skin is extra dry and it's starting to feel textured and flaky, I will use this. And it is an overnight treatment, so you just apply like a pretty thick layer of it where you need it, sleep with it on, and it does a fantastic job of really penetrating through that texture and really rehydrating your skin. The last hydrating mask I have is this little baby size from Peter Thomas Roth. This again came in a kit. It's almost gone. It's about half gone. This is the Blue Marine Algae. This is just a really good hydrating gel kind of consistency. I really like this. I think it's a really cool mask. It feels nice. It just has that really cooling, soothing sensation when you apply it. So this is a really relaxing one, and it does do a good job with hydration as well. Okay, so the next category that we're going to talk about is anti-aging, specifically firming and lifting the skin. So I have quite a few different like firming type of masks. The first one is this one here from Fresh. This is the Black Tea Firming Overnight Mask. So this one is meant to be applied before bed and you sleep with it on. It has like a very thick kind of creamy texture to it. I like the way it smells. I feel like all of the products from this line have that same kind of scent. It smells nice, but I haven't used this a whole lot. I definitely need to use it some more so I can see if I really notice a difference with it. So that one I'll get back to you on. However, I have used this one quite a few times. This is just a mini size of the Fresh instant perfecting mask. So this one is supposed to be applied and left on for about 20 minutes and then removed, whereas the other one you sleep with it on. The texture of this is very, very different than the last one, and this one actually smells a little different. This one smells like cucumbers, but this one has a very like almost silicone feel to it. So if you've ever felt like a silicone primer, that's what this feels like. And you definitely want to apply this on cleansed skin without anything underneath. Otherwise it does kind of ball up the way that a silicone primer can ball up. So you do have to be cautious to use this on its own, but it does, I really like it. I think it does a really good job. I've definitely noticed a difference in like the little smile lines and stuff that I get around my mouth when I've been using this. So I'm definitely going to invest in a full size when I run out of this little guy here. Next up I have the Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat gold mask. This one is also meant for firming and lifting the skin. This one also came in a little kit, and it doesn't really have a scent to it, but I really do like this one. It's a really cool mask. It just feels nice. It's supposed to help with not only firming and lifting, but brightening as well, because it has the gold in there, and gold is supposed to be really good for brightening the skin. But I definitely really like this one as well. And then I also have this, which I included in this category. This is more of a treatment. This is an instant wrinkle smoothing cream. This is from Dr. Jart. The Needles No More. It's a cream, but it's supposed to instantly plump and fill in any fine lines and wrinkles. So anytime, this one I use more in the morning. Anytime that I feel like I have like pretty significant smile lines, or anywhere where I feel like there is a wrinkle or a line that is really intense that day, I'll use this because it instantly like plumps it up and makes it less noticeable. But I really like this as well, and I definitely would consider this like a treatment because I definitely use it as a targeted treatment where I need it. And then I do have a few sheet masks in this category as well. I have the Dr. Jart All That Contours. I'm down to just one of these guys, but this is definitely one of my absolute favorite masks of all time. It definitely does make a difference with firming and lifting around the jawline. The mask just goes around the bottom portion of your face and pulls up over your ears. And then there is a top one as well. But I really feel like the one that goes up over your ears, because it's like being stretched and pulled, I feel like it really does lift everything up. So I really love this one. This is one I will repurchase again and again. And I also have this one from Dr. Jart. This is the Cheek and Eye Lift. This is meant to be worn just underneath the right here underneath the eye and on your tops of your cheeks, and that one is a targeted sheet mask, so it is just for lifting up the cheekbone. So I've used a couple of these before, and I definitely do like those as well. I also had one of these guys in here. This is the Tony Moly pomegranate sheet mask. This one's for elasticity. I feel like this one's okay. I don't feel like I get the same results from this as I do from those Dr. Jart ones, however. And then I also have this one from Etude House. This I have not tried yet. They did send this to me. This is the Blueberry Firming and Skin Radiance. So I'll get back to you guys on an empties video about whether or not I like that guy. Okay, the next category we're gonna go through, this is my brightening category. So these are the masks that I will reach for if I feel like I have a lot of maybe sunspots showing up, or if my skin is just looking a little bit dull and I want it to look more radiant and bright. So I have a couple sheet masks. Both of these I have not tried yet. These are from Moksha? I can't say it. But this one is the Deer Honey and this is the Deer Aloe, and both of these are supposed to be helping with brightening. So I will try them and let you guys know about those as well. And then I have a couple of these little guys from Korres. So these are different. This one here is the Advanced Brightening Sleeping Facial. I have gone through so many of these full size and travel size. This happens to be a travel size that I'm almost out of again. This I love so much. It smells amazing. It smells like roses, and this you're meant to apply at night and leave on overnight, and it brightens your skin as you sleep. Not only do I feel like this brightens your skin, but I definitely notice a difference with my skin being more even and bright, but also softer and smoother when I'm using this, because it's very, very hydrating as well. Rose is very hydrating and brightening, and I really have been enjoying this mask for many years. I've been using this since the start of my channel, and I love it. And then recently I discovered this guy. I feel like this is a newer one from them. This is their Wild Rose Instant Brightening and Illuminating Mask. So this one is not meant to be worn overnight, but rather for 15 to 20 minutes and then you rinse it away. It has the same scent but not as strong as the last mask. This one's a lot more subtle. So if you like the scent of the last one but you feel like it's just too heavy for you, you might prefer this one, and because you don't sleep with it on overnight, if you can't have that smell on your face overnight, you might prefer this one where you rinse it away after about 20 minutes or so. But this gives me the same results, it's just a lot quicker, and I feel like the results from the last one is a little more intense than this one. Next up, I have another Glam Glow mask. This is their Flash Mud Mask. I love the way this one smells. This one just smells like a fruity cocktail drink. Oh gosh, it smells so good. It smells so good. That's the texture of this one. Now this one does also have little granules in there that when you rinse this one away, you are going to get some exfoliating from it. But I included it in this category because it's really meant for brightening. So you do get the exfoliation, you do get the brightening from this. This is another one that it does dry down, but it's not a peel away. You just wash it away, and as I mentioned, when you wash it away, you're going to kind of do a little light exfoliating with those beads in there. But I really love all Glam Glow masks. I don't think there's none of the ones that I've tried have I not liked. So that one is a really good option. Next, I also have a fresh mask. This is the Vitamin Nectar Vibrancy Boosting Face Mask. Again, it's just a little free sample size that I got. I have not tried this on myself yet. I have used it on clients. It smells amazing, and I'm really excited to try it myself. I just haven't yet. Okay, and since we kind of touched on it, the next category is exfoliating and like peels. I kind of included these all in the same category because they're all really meant for resurfacing the skin. So I do have a lot of products in this category. The first one is this little guy here from Ole Henriksen. This is the Pore Balance Facial Sauna Scrub. This kind of fit into a couple categories, but I thought I would include it in here because it is a scrub. It is meant to heat up on the skin as well, and it's really supposed to be for drawing the impurities out of your skin, so it's great for acne prone skin. I have not personally tried this yet. Obviously it's still in the box. However, I've heard amazing things and I cannot wait to try this. I feel like this was a 100-point perk. I also have this. This is one of my absolute go-tos for exfoliation. This is my Peter Thomas Roth Firm X Peeling Gel. This is something I show clients constantly anytime a client is coming in looking for something for exfoliation. This is my go-to. It is meant to be applied onto dry skin and it goes on like a gel. It is a chemical exfoliant rather than a physical exfoliant, which sounds scary. I know it sounds scary, but it's actually more gentle than a physical. A physical means that there's actual beads or chunks in it that as you rub it onto your skin, it abrasively removes any dead skin cells, but it can cause abrasions on your skin, especially if you're too aggressive or doing it too frequently with a physical exfoliant. This one is very gentle, so it uses usually like citric acid or AHAs, BHAs to remove the dead skin cells. So as you roll it around, you'll see little chunks coming up, and that is the dead skin that it is rolling away from the surface of your skin. It feels nice, it feels cooling and soothing, and it removes the dead skin cells. Now you still don't want to use this more than 1 to 2 times a week. Don't use it more than twice a week at the very most, but it does a really good job of smoothing out the skin and removing any excess dead skin. So I definitely notice if I haven't used this for a while and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I really need to exfoliate, when I use it, I'll notice a ton of dead skin that is coming up. But if you're more regular about using it, you'll see less of those chunks coming up. And that last one I showed you guys, I will often use that and then follow it up with a mask because the mask can penetrate your skin better if it's not trying to penetrate through layers of dead skin sitting on top. So I like using that one right before I use like a hydrating or brightening or something like that. I'll use that first. Now don't use it the same night that you're using an exfoliating mask because that would be too much exfoliation. However, you can use it with like a brightening or hydrating mask, definitely, as long as it's not exfoliating. All right, I also have another Glam Glow mask in this category. This is the Youth Mud Mask, and this one is anti-aging, but it's also exfoliating, so that's why I included it in this category. So you do have the little chunks of their proprietary tea blend in here, which causes the exfoliation. So this is a physical exfoliant, so you definitely don't want to use it too often, but oh gosh, it smells so good. I love the way these smell. But this one does do a really good job. I really like this mask. This is probably one of my favorite Glam Glow masks. Next up, I have an enzyme exfoliating mask from Ole Henriksen. So this one is a gel. It's supposed to hydrate. Okay, so I put this in the wrong category. This is a hydrating mask. For some reason, when I saw enzyme, I immediately thought exfoliation, but this one is actually a hydrating mask from Ole Henriksen. It's the blue and blackberry enzyme mask. I haven't got a chance to try this yet. I found it at TJ Maxx recently, so I definitely am gonna break this out and give it a try because I've been having some dryness recently, so I'm excited actually that that's for hydration. This one here, however, is from the brand Tracy Martin. I actually had received this from Octoly. This is called the Enzyme Exfoliant Mask. So this is also an enzyme mask, but this one is specifically for exfoliating. It has kind of a lemony smell to it, but this one is specifically for exfoliating the skin, which will help with brightening and it will help with fine lines, wrinkles, and large pores. Exfoliation is so good for so many different things because it's really just speeding up the cell turnover in your skin, which is going to help with pretty much any of the problems that you might find with your skin. Definitely helps with dullness as well. Alright, for sheet masks, I have one sheet mask in this category. This is my exfoliating face mask from Karuna, and I have used these before. I do like them. I don't feel like they do a fantastic job for exfoliation, but a very gentle exfoliant. So if you find yourself being very sensitive to exfoliating products, you might like this one. Alright, now I have some peels to talk about. So I have a few from Ole Henriksen. Let's start with this one. This is the Power Peel. It is a 3-piece step. So you have the almond polish that you start with, which is kind of a, well, it's like a polish. It kind of like exfoliates physically. And then next you go in with the lemon strip. This one is your like chemical peel. So it uses lemons in this case to really do like a chemical type of deep exfoliation. And then you have your chamomile comfort, which you use to deactivate the step 2. So the step 2, as long as you leave that on, you're gonna kind of feel it working. And then you go in with step 3 to remove that. So that will calm everything. Chamomile is really good for calming. So that's your deactivating step. Now, I don't recommend using any sort of at-home peels if you have sensitive skin, because this can be really intense. This is definitely the most intense way to exfoliate your skin, but you're gonna get dramatic results from it because you're doing a lot more of a harsh exfoliant. This is something you definitely do not want to use more than once a week at the very most. I wouldn't even recommend doing it that often, maybe every couple weeks. Or really for me, I only use a peel when I'm like, oh, my skin is looking really, really dull and I just need something dramatic to go in there. So I might use it like once a month. And then I have this one also from Ole Henriksen. This is the Power Bright Peel. It works the same way, 3 steps: the polish, the active peel ingredient in step 2, and then the number 3 is your deactivator. This one is specifically meant for brightening. It's packed with vitamin C. I feel like, yeah, the step 2 has 25% vitamin C, which is a very high concentrate of vitamin C, which is going to help with brightening, but it's also going to help with that resurfacing. That's your active peel ingredient. So this is a really great one, especially if you have a lot of sunspots, acne, scarring, anything like that, and discoloration you're trying to correct. This is a great option. And then the last thing in this category are these Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Extra Strength Daily Peels. They come in just 2 steps. You have your peel step and your deactivating step. And the nice thing about these is they're great for traveling. So they don't take up a lot of room and you don't have to bring any liquids. You can just throw a few of these in your bag for how many days you're gonna be gone. This is a daily peel, so it's a super gentle way to do it. So if you wanna try a peel but you have sensitive skin, I would go for this option. I don't feel like I notice as much of a difference with these compared to my other exfoliating products, but for when I'm wanting to just kind of maintain the health of my skin when I'm traveling, this is a good option. Alright, the last category are some just miscellaneous masks that didn't really fit into one category, so we're going to go through these pretty quickly because this video is a long one. First, I have this from Origins. This is my Maskamizer. So this is meant to be just sprayed across your face prior to masking. And what it's going to do, it's going to wet the skin, which will help absorb your products better if your skin is wet, but it also has some really nice ingredients in here that are going to help with just hydrating and like vitamins and stuff that are just really good for your skin. So I I feel like this is kind of an unnecessary step, but I did purchase it, so I am trying to use it up. And then I have these, I feel like are almost the same mask. I have this one here from H2O, which is the Sea Mineral Mud Mask. It is for purifying, but I also feel like it's hydrating, so I feel like this fits several categories. This is one, when I use this, I apply it all over my face, and it is a blue mask, so my face does turn blue when I use it. But I feel like it's gentle enough that I can put it everywhere, and I really like this one a lot. And then I also have this from Pure. This is the Blue Agave Mask. This is an energizing peel away mask. So this one also has a blue color to it. And this one is also for purifying the skin, but it's also for like energizing your skin, and it's a peel away. So I really like this one. It feels nice, like it gives you that tingly, like really nice waking your skin up kind of feeling. I like using this one actually in the mornings, which is one of the few masks I use in the morning to wake up my skin when I'm feeling super tired. It just like wakes me up. Next, I have this bubble mask that I actually got off of Amazon. This is called the Carbonated Bubble Clay Mask. It is a clay mask, so I'm pretty sure it's for purifying. The problem is only the name of it is in English. The rest is in the rest is in a foreign language. I cannot read. So I need to go online and find out more about this mask. It's still sealed because I haven't opened it yet, because when I got it, I was like, where's the directions? It's not in English. So I need to look it up and figure out how to use that mask. And then I have this one from L'Oreal. This is their Pure Clay Mask. Honestly, I put this in this category because I've used it several times and I cannot figure out what this mask does. I feel like it really doesn't do anything for my skin. I think it's meant to be for purifying and like removing impurities, but honestly I have not noticed any results from this guy, so I most likely am going to be decluttering that one. And last but not least, I got a bunch of sheet masks that fell in this miscellaneous category, so we'll go through these pretty quickly. This one here is the Animal Lion Revitalizing Mask. I feel like this one's supposed to be for just kind of refreshing your skin as well. And then I have a few pore refining ones. This one is from Tony Moly, and then I have several from Dr. Jart, the Pore Minimalist. These ones are really my camera keeps dying. Oh my goodness. Okay, the Pore Minimalist, this is one of my absolute favorites for enlarged pores. It does a great job of like shrinking them back down. If you feel like they're stretched out from, you know, being clogged or anything like that, it will remove the impurities so that your pores can naturally shrink back down. And then I have two last Tony Molys. This one is a skin purifying, and this one is a skin soothing one with tea tree. Alright guys, those are all the products that I have in my collection for masking and like treatments and things like that. It's a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, I need to get busy masking more often so I can go through some of these products. But now you guys know why I have so much of this stuff in my empties every month. I love skincare. I'm a huge skincare junkie. I feel like that is what most of the time when I'm shopping at Sephora or wherever, that's what I'm looking at, because I love skincare. Especially at my age, I feel like I need to take care of my skin. So if you guys have questions or comments, definitely leave those down below, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'll link as many of the products as I can down below. It's a lot of stuff, so we'll see what I can actually get links for. But I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys!